Hey guys, welcome back to the channel. So I have my hair styled in this cute little, puff buns or space buns. And if you guys are in the Texas area, I will have in my description box who did my hair, okay? But we are here for this beautiful flirty pink look. She's giving blushing, okay? It's the pink on pink for me. I did use a couple older products in this video, and also I've tried out a couple new products. The main new products that I used today was the Huda Beauty Glowish Blur Jam primer, and that's what I have on my skin. And then as far as the other new product, I did try out the new one size lip snatcher. This is a liquid lipstick and gloss duo, and I also paired it with the new lip snatcher lip liner. If you guys are interested in how it applied and what my thoughts are, let's go ahead and get into the video. But first, don't forget to like, comment, and subscribe, okay? We are slowly growing on this channel and I am so thankful. Let's keep this family growing. But yes, without any further ado, let's go ahead and get into this pink, super flirty, really easy look. Hey guys, welcome back to the channel. So I have my hair in this really cute style, okay? But we are going to get into this eye look, okay? So you want to prime your eyes using the P.louise base in Rumour 2. Make sure that you bring that all into the crease and all over the lid and just really buff it in. So for eyeshadow, we're actually using this Chey times Dose of Colors collab, and we're using the blush shade called SNL, and this is literally a super pigmented blush, okay? I've never used a blush this pigmented, and for it to be used as eyeshadow, like, come on now. So I'm just basically sloppily applying it all into the crease, and you just want to make sure everything's blended. Now we're going into the Revolution times the Plastic Boy palette, and I'm taking the shade Poo, and we are just using that in the outer V area. I didn't want to use a brown. I wanted to keep it still light and airy, and this pinky mauve really helped give me a little bit of definition to the eyes. So now I'm taking the NYX glitter glue, and I'm basically going to cut my crease with it and map out the shape of where I want the shimmer to go. So I'm just taking my time and I'm doing one eye at the time. So now I'm dipping into the Norvina times Anastasia Beverly Hills palette. This is the original Norvina, okay? And I'm taking the shade Wild Child, and it is such a beautiful flirty pink shade. And this palette I only use for the shimmer shades because these things are so pigmented. And now just to marry the lid shade and that outer V color, I'm going into the shade Rose Gold, just so everything's nice and blended and we have that transition. So I'm basically repeating the same steps on the other eye. So here I'm applying Wild Child, and you just want to take your time packing on the color, and then you want to go into Rose Gold and start diffusing everything. And here I'm taking a black liner and I'm just lining the waterline, no wing today. So I wanted to test out this Huda Beauty Blur Jam, and it comes with a little scooper. And here I am trying to test the consistency. For some reason, I thought it was going to be sticky, but it's not. It's not a gripping primer. It's definitely a smoothing primer. And when I applied it onto the skin, it's super cooling and it felt really nice on the skin. I wish I would have done one side with the primer and one side without, just so that you could see the difference. But this primer is very smoothing, very blurring. It's definitely giving poreless skin, filtered skin, and it doesn't feel heavy at all. So here I am searching for my pores because I cannot find them, okay? Everything is completely filled in, and I am obsessed with how this looked. But we're going to go ahead and pop lashes on first, and now we're getting into the complexion. So we're taking my favorite foundation, which is the Nars Soft Matte. I didn't want to go with a new foundation. I wanted to stick with something that I was familiar with, just so that we can see what this primer is giving, okay? So the face is giving very smooth and just smooth, okay? I don't know what else to say, but I'm just concealing my under eyes using the Juvia's Place concealer, and I want to make sure that I take it upward just to clean up the eyeshadow and, you know, highlight all my normal areas. And we're going into the Huda Beauty Tantour, and normally I use the shade medium, but today I wanted a little bit more sculpt, so I'm going into the shade tan, and I'm going in very lightly because you can use a lot of this and it's gonna look a hot mess. So I'm taking a little bit, working in sections and just building up that bronzer. And now I'm blending out that concealer, and the skin is just so flawless. I cannot get over just how beautiful all these products looked on the skin. And y'all know me, I have to have this inner corner highlight. So I'm popping in this shade from L'Oreal, this concealer, and I'm trying to keep it kind of tight. I'm not blending it all the way out. So if you want to be more precise, use a brush. But for me, I more care about the blend, and I'm not trying to be here forever and a day. So I'm just using a sponge and trying to keep it as tight as I can. So now I'm setting my under eyes using the One Size Turn Up the Base Powder Foundation. This is in the shade Medium 5. I always like to use a pressed powder to set underneath the eyes before I bake. So I'm now going all over the rest of my face with my Fenty powder foundation, just to make sure everything is set, because I don't want any areas to grab in any places. So now I'm taking the LYS bronzer, and we are bronzing up the face and sculpting out this jaw just to give the face some definition. I'm also taking that LYS bronzer and I'm just lightly sculpting the nose. You don't want to do anything too harsh or dark just because the eyes are so light. You don't want to add too much like depth to the skin. So I'm keeping it pretty light. And now I'm taking the Laura Mercier translucent powder. This is a very thin formula for this setting powder, and it does give brightness. So I wanted to bring her back out. And now we are cutting underneath the cheeks. And this is probably my favorite part of my makeup routine, just because you can see how much like the sculpt comes into play. And I'm setting the forehead and my brows because I am an oily girl and I get oily all over, okay? So now we're going back into the blush. No, sorry. We're in the bronzer still, and we're just running that along the lash line just to keep it light. And I popped in a pink waterline, and now I'm dusting away all that powder off of the skin, okay? Just dust it off, and with no added product, I'm dusting off the under eyes, and as you can see, it is very bright and super smooth. Now we are getting into the blush, okay? I'm so obsessed with this blush. So I'm taking this blush all over the cheeks and popping it into the temples, really marrying the blush and eyeshadow together. So now I'm doing a little highlight in the inner corner and I'm throwing it back to the Maybelline Master Chrome. This is in the shade Rose Gold. I'm popping it onto the nose, and she was super pigmented. And now I'm actually taking that using this Morphe highlighter brush. I've never used a brush like this, and I'm just applying it, just rubbing it all over the cheeks just so that everything's nicely blended. And I'm popping it a little bit onto the chin as well. So now it's time to take off this lip oil, and we are getting into the One Size Lip Snatcher lip liner, okay? This is in the shade Coin Collection. I also did a TikTok if you guys want to check it out, if you want to know more in depth of this product. So I'm just lining the lips, and she's very pouty, and I'm in love with just like the tone of this lip liner. It blends so nice. So now I'm taking this lip duo. I'm going in with the liquid lipstick first, and it's honestly like a cushion. And now I'm going into the lip gloss, and it's more pinky. The lipstick is peachy, so paired together it is absolutely stunning. And this is the final look, guys. It's super flirty, blushing pink look. Thank you guys so much for watching, and I'll see you in the next video. Bye, guys.